So you're trying to start your YouTube channel, or you've been uploading but just not consistently because you have doubts. This video is for you. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 obstacles that no matter who you are, you will experience at some point in your content creation journey. Since you know you're going to be facing this type of obstacle, it's good to know what to expect and how to approach this issue when it arrives for you. Let's get to it. So I can tell you're scared. You're scared to upload a video. You're probably feeling like if you upload something with all this time and effort that you put into a video, that you get criticized for it. You might be scared, you might be afraid. The first obstacle that everyone will face is negative feedback online, because you're going to receive negative feedback no matter what you do, because there's always going to be haters, doubters, naysayer, or whatever you want to call them. The way you should be approaching receiving feedback is actually setting intentional time to when you receive these feedback from anonymous people online. Essentially set a time and place. Actually don't dedicate that much time, like 30 minutes to an hour each week. That's what I recommend. And I also recommend doing it early in the day, especially on a Saturday morning, because on a Saturday morning everyone feels like their best, and when you feel like you're at your best, nothing can stop you, because you're approaching it at an intentional time. You have a mission, a clear objective of what you're doing when you're receiving these notifications and feedback online, and you're also at your best energy and positive attitude. Nothing can stop you, and this allows you to be more critical of how you intake information. And you're investing time, but just not that much time or energy, so it won't sway you in a negative way. You won't feel that fear of consistently uploading, and that might be the issue that you're experiencing now. You might not have realized that, but that's what's going on. So set a time and a place to when you receive these feedback, and you will find that it actually doesn't bother you as much as you let it. It's about how you're approaching it and not doing it whenever. Because just imagine if you're already having a bad day and then you decide to check your notification because you're doing it unplanned. It's just going to make your day even worse. And if your day is going well and you open up a notification and it's negative, it can ruin a good day. So why let it do that? The further you go on this journey, the more questions you're going to start asking yourself, like, how to do this, why should I do it like this? And one of the questions that you're going to be asking yourself is, who am I to be making content about this? So the second obstacle is imposter syndrome. We all experience it. Some studies suggest that 80% of us experience imposter syndrome at some point in our lives, and 25 to 30% of like high performer experience imposter syndrome as well. So it's a very common thing that everyone experiences. That means the content creators that you're watching that inspire you, they themselves experience imposter syndrome. But what is imposter syndrome really, and how can we approach it in a way that benefits us and doesn't stop us from pushing forward or improving as individual or as creators? And pretty much what imposter syndrome does is it makes you focus on your inabilities to do something. In order to stop the imposter syndrome, what you should be doing is to focus on your strength. Imposter syndrome will find a reason, no matter what, to make you feel like you're not capable of doing this. Whatever it is that is like make you unique and keeps you going, or good habits you can develop, just keep focusing on that. And the more and more you can stay true to what you set out to do, the more confidence you will feel in yourself, and that will just push the imposter syndrome away. Keep feeling confident that you will be able to move forward even though you don't know what's ahead. That's literally what confidence is believing in yourself, because you know yourself so well that no matter what you do, even in like the future where you can't fully control, no matter what of the unknown, by having that confidence and focusing on that, you're able to not let imposter syndrome affect you as hard. Whenever you start feeling doubt about yourself or wherever, think about the good things, how far you have came, your success. Focus on those. At the end of the day too, you still have to take that action. So just don't sit there and just focus on the good stuff. Try to make that list as long as possible. Wherever that checklist you set out for yourself, just accomplish those and check them off as you go. You will find that you become more and more confident as you see yourself checking stuff off. But like exercising, If you don't take proper breaks, eat the proper nutrients, get the proper rest, you won't actually be able to become strong or grow muscle or wherever your goal is. It actually could have a negative impact on your health if you don't have the proper rest and nutrients. So that takes me into the third obstacle that we all will face as content creators, and it's work-life balance. Becoming a content creator, especially a YouTuber, is like two second full-time jobs essentially. And you gotta learn how to edit, you gotta learn how to script, you gotta learn how to record, you gotta learn how to talk in front of the camera, you gotta learn how to set the time schedule. There's so much you have to do to make yourself consistent as a content creator on YouTube, especially if you're making long form content. It's even tougher because you're putting all this effort into a video hoping that something comes of it. For a good majority of us, especially if you're coming from zero experience like me, it's gonna take you a while. Like, you might get to your 100th upload and you still probably won't get anything. And knowing that if you upload one video a week, it's gonna take you almost 2 years to get to that 100th video. You gotta think that long term. Like, your first 100 video will not succeed. How long will it really actually take for you to get there? That this is a long journey. The most important thing that you can do is create a healthy, long-term, sustainable system that you can operate on. Otherwise, you're gonna face burnout. Otherwise, you're gonna keep giving up. Otherwise, you're not gonna find a success. What you wanna do is have a system in place so that you're not overworked. Set a time where you focus on certain things. What I like to do is I use Notion and Google Calendar. So I use Notion throughout my day whenever I have ideas that comes up to my mind. I just go into Notion and I just type my ideas in, and it would be like a broad idea. For example, like 3 obstacles that every content creator will face. I put that into Notion, and I will set a time on my Google Calendar of when I go and review all the ideas and think deeply whether I want to actually make content about that or not, or combine the topics together, or think about the ideas a little bit more thoroughly and decide if I want to do it, and pick one and start working on that idea. After that, I set the time and place to do each part, scripting that content, storyboarding that content, recording the content, editing the content. Like, I set times for each of those separately. I don't do them all at once. This way I don't feel like I'm overworked, and when I set time for it, I know I'm going to do it then and there and just commit those hours. And I'm not going for perfectionism either. I'm just going for getting that task complete, because I know as long as I can start getting the reps in and try to improve every single video to my 100th video, by my 100th video, I believe the content I will be producing by then will feel like commercial grade level of content versus what it is now. And looking back from my first upload to now, like, I see the small improvement over time, whether it be like audio or like the coloring or the sequencing, whatever, or the scripting, or feeling more comfortable on camera. And I'm just testing and experimenting and trying to improve. As long as there's some sort of improvement, it's going to eventually become an exponential type of growth that I believe will happen if you stick to something long enough. These are the 3 main obstacles that every content creator will face eventually in their journey. So now you have an idea of what you will be facing, and you might be facing these problems now. What you can do is try to approach it in that way that I've laid out, and if it ends up working for you, let me know. That'd be awesome to know that helped somebody. And yeah, if you guys enjoyed this type of content, let me know in the comments below. I can make more content like this. Anyways, you guys know, as always, this is Tygo. Plan for tomorrow. Don't forget yesterday, and live for today. Peace. So, and share the video, comment down below as well, and be very engaging. That's what I hear other content creators say, so that's why I'm saying it. And if you guys think that's what I should say, then let me know too. Anyways, remember, as always, my name is Tygo. Plan for tomorrow. Don't forget yesterday, and live for today. Peace.